Okay, we're here at the Park Forest Downtown Green, and it's my pleasure to introduce Jennifer Meyer, sculptor artist who has provided many of the pieces that are now installed at the Downtown Green area. So, Jennifer, this piece behind you, would
Yep.
you be willing to share about its? Share about it.
This piece is called Sun Salutation, and it is named after a pose that you sometimes do in yoga called Sun Salutation. But there are many sequences in the pose of Sun Salutation, but one of them is you get to a point where you're leaning back, and essentially saying hello to the sun. You're honoring the sun. And it's the same thing that flowers do. When the sun comes out, they will actually follow the sun wherever it goes. So I named the piece Sun Salutation because both the flowers and the figure are saluting the sun. So, and everything on this piece is made from collected junk. Usually I get it on daily walks with my dog. But sometimes other people donate it, and my yoga instructor actually donated some of these pieces. He went into an abandoned church in Gary, Indiana, the Methodist church. It's pretty famous for people going in there. It's been abandoned for quite some time. And he took a few pieces of metal just for me.
Wow,
so
nice.
all of this is just kind of an homage to my yoga instructor for opening things up in my life.
Nice. Now I noticed when I could get to the piece, when it was on the sidewalk before installation, I can't get to it now because it's mounted on the cement base within the water, but there is a mirror in what would be the face of the
Correct.
yoga practitioner.
Right here there's a mirror. So when the sun is coming down on it, it will reflect it back to the sun.
Nice, really nice.
Solar powered.
So we'll say this piece is at the northeast corner of the 4-pad installation. So Jennifer, fortunately you have the waders on. On to the next piece, perhaps?
On to the next piece, Jeff.
Okay, here we go. And this whole installation is now in place of where Marshall Fields used to be.
That is correct.
Jennifer and I traded some stories about shopping at Marshall Fields, the condition of the grounds after the demolition of Fields, and how rough it was. And now we have this beautiful sculpture park, downtown green area. Oh my goodness.
Sculptor
Yeah,
has a concussion. So this piece is called Peaceful Warrior. And again, you can see I do a lot of yoga. It's, in my opinion, another yoga pose. And I'm actually a yoga instructor, so, you know. Anyway, the yoga pose is just like he's doing it.
Here we go, hang on. And what's this position called?
This is called Warrior.
So
I named this piece Peaceful Warrior, however, because the idea of the warrior position when you're doing it is for you to be in balance and deal with any obstacles internally or externally with peace and equanimity. So
nice.
that's what this guy's doing, and he's made entirely out of junk that I have collected, but then the outside of him are all these little metal pieces, and they're left over from other artworks that I have made.
Wow.
So I'll be using my torch and cutting things, and these are just leftover scraps, and so I put them all together on the Peaceful Warrior.
Fantastic. How about the eyes?
How about those eyes?
How about those eyes? Tell me about them.
Well, they're actually the inside of speakers. You know, you probably remember, Chuck. You have to be about my age to remember. Speakers used to be about this big.
Right. Yeah.
And when you take them apart, which I do because I collect junk and try to make art out of it, inside the speakers there are these magnets that help to vibrate the sound. And that's what the eyes are.
Oh, nice.
And the rest of the speakers that I garbage picked turned into some other artwork.
Very cool. Okay, as you navigate through the water, we're going to point out that Yoga Warrior is pointed at the ginkgo tree in the middle of the labyrinth. So
Yes.
just a little bit of thought as to relating to the whole sculpture park. So, okay, Yoga Warrior. Yoga Warrior 1 and 2, is that how it goes?
That's true.
I have my little
That's true.
yoga. I have Yoga Warrior DVD.
All right. And this is what we don't want in there. So all of my artwork started just because I'm trying to clean up the planet. It's environmental concerns that motivated me to start picking up junk.
Uh-huh.
I started seeing things on the street and I thought somebody should do something with that junk. And then I realized that somebody could be me.
Wow. And how old were you when you had this revelation?
This was only about 10, 15 years ago.
Really?
Oh yeah.
Wow.
I have no training in art whatsoever, none. That's not how I make my living. I've never had an art class in my life.
Wow.
Yeah,
So 10 or 15 years ago, deciding to become a sculptor of reclaimed salvageable material has led to this.
Well, on accident, I just wanted to pick up garbage and appropriately dispose of it. I just wanted to recycle it.
Uh-huh.
And there are some things that I didn't know how to recycle, so my art life started.
And mostly is it based on welding as you create these?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Okay, and then noting that the flowers are very colorful, painted.
Yes, painted.
I mean, you don't find them with those fantastic colors and say this will become a flower. But you did tell me that what you find drives what you then create.
Yes.
Which is kind of an important thing to bear in mind.
So on these, people don't have satellite TV so much anymore, I guess. Everything's digital.
Or at least two people found that they didn't have their satellite dishes anymore.
Oh no, I didn't.
So, okay, would this be fair? Assuming these are faces, would that be? Are we kind of behind this?
Yes, we're behind.
Okay, so you're okay. So what I'm going to do is walk around. I'm not going to cross this because I'd probably fall in. So let's go to the front view.
All right.
All right. So here we go.
Okay.
Have I asked you or have you said the name of this piece?
This is called You and Me.
Okay.
And I don't think it needs any more explanation.
Uh-huh. Let me, flowers are beautiful, so pan in on
Well,
them.
let's see how they smell. Ooh, there's like
Yes?
the smell of enamel paint and metal. But you know what? Hummingbirds will actually come toward these.
And then be disappointed,
Very disappointed. They'll be like,
Yeah.
psych.
So,
So nothing more to say about these.
yeah, what are the arms?
This is leftover Romex. So you would use this in, you'd have electric wires inside.
Oh,
and
nice.
So when people rehab their house, then this just goes in the alley, and then I go walking my dog, and I find it and pick it up, and here it is.
Okay, so either we had this conversation earlier, but we were trying to find the word, this piece moves.
Yes,
Oh my
it does.
goodness. Do you have a sculptor piece called Frog? Because I hear it.
A tiger frog.
Where is it? See, just one of the many wonders taking place right here in the...
So yeah, so the wind will move these.
Uh-huh. Is it kinetic? Is that what the term would be here?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
So it looks a little like they're walking.
Nice.
All right.
All right.
Next.
Yes. Okay, we don't really hope you're walking through this unless you have the appropriate waders.
That's right. Ta-da!
Swamp monster. All right, last but not least, a pretty spectacular piece here for sure.
All right. This is Mother.
Wow.
She is named Mother because her torso, her belly, is swallowing a whole bunch of discards and junk. Like a good mother, she'll take in sometimes what's not so good and put something back out that's good. Actually, my mother named her Mother. I don't know why. But if my mom's going to name the piece Mother,
Yeah.
I'll take it.
I love it. Simple, conveys a lot,
Yep.
and can be whatever you want this to be.
She took in junk and she turned it into something nicer, hopefully.
Uh-huh.
So that's it.
Fantastic. Well, thank you, Jennifer. And there's a couple more pieces we really didn't cover, but is it a horse with no name, or is that what we're just calling it?
Oh, I think that's a good enough name. You probably remember the band America.
Oh, of course.
I
Sister Golden Hair and all kinds of great songs.
I believe they did a horse with
Oh,
no name.
yeah. And
Good enough.
I could easily try to start singing it, but we don't want to do that.
Oh, I think I could too. One of my favorite songs.
Yeah.
So this
So
was,
there's, yeah.
this was my very first biggest sculpture. This is where it all started, with the horse with no name.
Really?
Yep, my first ever.
Wow. Well, you started off with a grand project. I mean, this is a big piece.
Well, I'd been doing small shows before I did the big public art sculptures.
Uh-huh.
So I guess they just got bigger and bigger. But the horse is actually made out of catalytic converter covers that have fallen off cars, and I collected them for 6 or 7 years. I just didn't know what to do with them, but I knew that they didn't belong in the environment. And so then I turned them into a different kind of horsepower. So pretty much
Really
everything
nice.
on that horse is made from things that fuel our cars. The head is a little muffler.
Uh-huh.
The neck is from an overhead garage door. You know, it opens
Yeah.
the garage door.
Mm-hmm.
The head, I just had to have the catalytic converter replaced on my truck, and so that's the head.
Oh, yeah.
Uh-huh.
I mean, you know, so it's like opportunity and timing and things just coming together.
Yep.
It's an interesting dynamic of, you know, so the project started, and then, hey, you get this change in your car, and
That's right.
yeah,
Then
quite an imagination.
the rider gets
Jennifer.
to change. The thing that's nice about the horse is that the wind will blow it.
Oh, I did not know that.
Yeah, I missed you. Yeah, how you like hanging out here, huh? You like it? Oh, that's good. Is there a lot of grass to eat here? Yeah, such a good girl.
No horsing around though. She hasn't stretched her legs for a while. Oh, fantastic.
All right.
And then lastly, out in the center,
Oh, there's more. For
there's
heaven's
more.
sake.
Yeah. So just come on out here, people. Check it out. There's spectacular art out in the downtown area now, and this area is going to flourish very soon. All kinds of native grasses.
Yep. It's already beautiful, but as it opens up through spring and into summer, it is spectacular.
Yeah.
It is a place of peace. There's no doubt about that.
Mm-hmm. And really, it's just getting started.
It is.
Yeah. So it should be a treat, not only now, but even in the next few years. Okay, just pan around one more time, and we're going to sign off. But Jennifer Meyer, thank you for all you've done to help make our village beautiful.
You know what, Park Forest? thank you for helping me recycle.
Mm.
Please, everybody do what you can because it makes a difference. Look at the difference that you've made by supporting me and my art and recycling. And every little thing that you recycle, it does make a difference, in my opinion, in the bigger picture.
Mm. Well, thank you.
Thank you.